Chapter 2. I was still mulling over my coffee shop idea when I met with Isaac on the roof for another lesson. For the last few weeks, he had been working with me to try and figure out what I could and couldn't do. Usually a dhamphir's powers mature over time and with age, the typical dhamphir coming fully into their powers in their 30s. I was 23, soon to be 24 in the new year, and rather than being precocious, my powers had arrived in abundance out of pure self-preservation when confronted by a crazed lunatic intent on stabbing me in the heart with a really big magical knife. Add to the fact that it was a guessing game as to what power was a result of being a necromancer and what was because of my mixed parentage, and it was a total crapshoot. "Try again, Harry. Focus," Isaac said patiently. He sat back in his chair watching me. We were sitting around the portable fire pit I had lit to take off the November evening's chill. Well, I felt the chill. Isaac didn't. "I am trying. It's just not working. It's not like there's a fangs on switch. At least not that I can find," I complained. My fangs had made an appearance weeks ago when I was thrown into the middle of a blood magic ritual. At the time, I thought I was just high from magical overload and hallucinating. But Isaac assured me that they had been real. Since I had yet to actually see them again, I was having a hard time believing him. "What does it matter whether or not I have fangs?" I asked impatiently. "As a vampire, your fangs are an important piece of who you are," explained Isaac. "Not only are they your primary weapon, they are an indicator of your power and control. You must be able to exhibit full control." "So no premature, fanging out." Darn, that sounded better in my head. Isaac rolled his eyes and sighed. "Yes, something like that. Only very new Vlads fang out, as you say, without provocation. You must demonstrate control. We don't want the other vampires to think you are weak." And that was the real reason for his concern. Since being forced to come out as a dhamphir and a necromancer to the vampire community, I basically had a target on my back. It didn't help that Salvador, the Magister and most powerful vampire in town, had taken a special interest in me. So now I was either feared because I was a necromancer, or hated because I was Salvador's new pet. It didn't matter which side they were on. Vamps either wanted to kill me or kill me. Isaac reached over and grabbed the small, wide-mouthed thermos he had brought with him. He unscrewed the lid and held the bottle out to me. "Tell me what this smells like to you." I wrinkled my nose in anticipation, but took the bottle anyway. There was a thick, dark liquid inside. I took a sniff and instantly regretted it. "Ew! Yuck! Is that blood?" I made a face and handed the bottle back to Isaac. "It smells awful, like rotten pennies." "And yet you said it appealed to you the night of the ritual," he replied, setting the bottle down on the table. "It was different then. I was scared and hungry and getting high on all the magical energy in the air." Yes, it was different." Isaac looked at me pensively. The next thing I knew, he had lunged across the space between us and had me by the throat. In a blink of an eye, he dragged me to the edge, bending me over the small half-wall that surrounded the roof. "Holy shit, Isaac! Are you nuts? Put me down!" I put my hand to my mouth in surprise. "Hey, my fangs!" "Interesting," Isaac replied as he set me back down on my feet. He strode across the roof and grabbed the thermos, bringing it back and holding it under my nose. "Now, how does this smell?" "Yuck," I said. "It smells exactly the same." "Interesting," he said again, taking a